Yo, what is going on, everybody? Your boy Mr. with a brand new video for you guys today. Hope you're all feeling good, looking good, smelling good, 'cause your boy is back. A little bit more energy than the last video we did, because last video we were feeling very drained and depleted because, you've heard it before. Everyone's talking about this game. Everyone's talking about like how the game is in a very bad state, how, the pack weight is awful, how gameplay is awful, how the menu grind is awful. The game's in a bad state and everyone is just feeling it. Of course, people are toxic, so, if they don't like you, they'll just, act like the game's perfect and just say you're the problem. But for the most part, I won't say universally people are, feeling down on the game, but people are feeling down on the game to an extent. I would say the majority of the player base is not happy with where the game is right now. But today's video, we're going to try to, do a review for Hal Hershfelt and Gabi Portillo. We did both cards because I wanted to do a review of them, and why the hell not? If you could do both, you might as well do both. At worst, whoever loses, you have a card you can evo if you want to. But the person who I think is going to win, I do think the Spirit will win the championship this year. So the person who I think will actually get the freaking upgrade would be Hal. So if you're like, if you're someone who's trying to base it off who's going to win, I would say go at Hal, because that's what I think is going to freaking going to win. Again, for those who don't know, I actually watch every women's league that airs on television or airs on freaking the internet. If it doesn't air on internet, then I obviously won't see it. But I watch the Mexican women's league, I watch Archema, I watch German league, I watch the women's league in England, I watch La Liga, I watch NWSL, I even watch freaking Canadian women's league as well. I watch some of the Swedish women's games when they play on the zone, or they play any games on YouTube, but I don't watch them as much as other leagues. So like I said, this is a women's sport channel essentially. But it more so with FC. So like I said, it's a lot to people. There's no one who you will meet in gaming who knows more about women's sports than I do, especially when it comes to women's football. But that's kind of an irrelevant take though when it comes to who's going to win a game, because these are the two top teams in the NWSL right now. That's why they're playing in a championship game. So anyone can win. Gotham has a very good defense. They have a good, solid, balanced squad. Whereas the Spirit, their defense is good, but their strong suit is their attack. They have just a crazy strong, crazy fast attack. And the reason why I think they'll win is because I just don't see Gotham keeping up with likes of Gift Monday and Rose being Kawasi. And also I see Rotman being a problem as well. So it's just more just the pure talent and speed of the Spirit is why I see them winning. Could they lose? Sure. But I see the Spirit winning. So I'm sure most of y'all don't care about that. Y'all probably don't even care about these freaking cards, to be honest with y'all, because y'all don't like women in the game. But I do, so I don't care what y'all don't like when it comes to what I like. So let's cover these two cards, and then we'll get to games of rivals and see if they can cook playing a 4-2-3-1. This is my attacking 4-2-3-1. I don't like to play it. Like I said a lot, I don't like playing defensive in this game. I rely on my main defending skills to keep games close, or to keep games, from being, crazy. I like to attack. So, we're playing Hal on Box Crasher. Obviously, Sergio's going to be on Deep Playmaker. Both my fullbacks are on Versatile. Actually, I think Jordy's on freaking false back. Yeah, Jordy's on false back. So both of them will be pushing up the field. Jay's on fullback Versatile. Then everyone else, other than obviously my two freaking center backs, are all attacking. You got inside forward attack, Shadow Striker, inside forward attack, and then freaking advanced forward with Van Persie. We put Tolos Joyce into the new Evo that you get for doing the Hugo Lloris objective, so she's gonna be a little juiced up as well. So let's get in here with some rivals and see if we can cook. Before I forget, keep getting ready to forget the stats. All right, so Hal, she's 5'8", lengthy. We got a shadow on her to increase her pace and her defending, more so increase her pace. But she's 3-star, 4-star, right-footed, can play CM, CDM, and center back. I wouldn't play her center back. I just feel like her stats are for midfield. Pace, non-existent, 80-80 when it comes to her acceleration and sprint speed. So the shadow's gonna help her a little bit, get her to 86 all around. Shooting, also non-existent. She does have 80 shot power and 72 long shots, so she could be a very like sneaky attacker when running to the freaking box on that box crasher. Vision, not great, but her short pass is at 90, her long pass is at 85, so she's actually gonna be like a decent freaking passer. Her dummy stats are the crossing and curve. That's pulling her stats down a lot to make it look like she has very bad passing. But you look at the individual stats, 90 short passing, 85 long pass. That's actually pretty freaking good. Dribbling, kind of respectable for a DM. The composure is okay, it's acceptable. The actual dribbling itself, 82 for a DM is pretty good. 82 ball control for DM is pretty good. Reactions could be a little bit better. Bounce could be a little better. Her agility, more like just like her pace, it's not very good, but for DM, you're okay with it. Defensive wise, I guess we got a shot on her because one of the treats that as well. Her awareness is not great, but she's a +3 there to 83. It's a +3 to her standing tackles, a +9 to her slide tackles, and a +3 to her intercepts, which to me, the most important stats for a DM: intercept, defensive awareness, and standing tackles. So we want to increase those. Her physical is decent, not great. She is gonna have to come out because she only has 81 stamina. The aggression is very, very good. The strength is very good. Jumping's okay itself. When it comes to her play style, she has long ball pass, intercept, slide tackle plus, aerial fortress, and bruiser. I think all of those are good to have for her, except aerial fortress. I feel like aerial fortress, you don't really care about that on a DM. It's not all that much unless you're like really, really putting your DMs in a freaking box like that. I would much rather she had anticipate. And I would honestly prefer she didn't have slide tackle plus at all, and they gave her like maybe like a press proven or a tiki taka. For those who play attack in football, you know how important tiki taka is. You want it on your DMs. So like if I made this card myself, I would have maybe gave her like the silver version of slide tackle. Remove aerial fortress, give her anticipate, and then give her tiki taka. That's what I would have did. But yeah, so she looks good. I showed her roles. The roles she has ++ at holding for both DM and CM. She has ++ for center half. She has a plus singular for stopper and deep left playmaker. No roles for box crasher, but we don't care. We're playing her there anyways. Then as for Gabi, she looks very, very good when it comes to her stats in general. She looks very well rounded. ++ for winger at both left mid, right wing, and left wing. She can also play as a false 9 singular plus, then inside forward plus singular for left mid, right wing, and left wing. Play styles wise, she has every dribbling play style that you can get in the game. Crazy. Then she also has a finesse shot. So she looks very, very good when it comes to her play style. Stats wise, 90 sprint speed, 86 acceleration. Got her on a halt to get that a little bit higher to get her pace into the 90s. Also increasing her shooting because it is only in the 84, but her attack position is a 90, so that should be freaking crazy. The Hulk also evens out that finishing with that attack position because she'll go from 87 to 90. Gets her shot power from 81 to 87. So she looks pretty good when it comes to that Hulk being on her. At the same time, also increasing her strength from 75 to 78. Takes a lot. You want to have your wingers that have some freaking strength on them, otherwise they're going to get bullied by these defensive oriented teams. All her stats are pretty solid when it comes to things that matter. Even her vision's pretty decent. Short passing's pretty good. Crossing's pretty good too, even though her free kick accuracy is like literal shit. You can't really use those in combination with each other. Composure, okay. Reactions, okay. Reactions are very, very important when it comes to scoring. 88 balance is very good. And then 87 ball control, 86 dribbling. So Gabi looks very, very good. She can play left mid, striker, left wing, and right wing. She is a 4-star, 3-star. Not great when it comes to that weak foot. And she's 5'5". So long intro, I know, but we'll go ahead and get to some rivals and see if we can cook with the squad. Hope you all enjoy the video. See her dribbling right there, but AI defending. It's a good pass from Gabi. Hal, goal. One. Come on, Red Percy, make the run, bruh. That was a good move, good idea. I just think how to get that ball a little better than that. Come on. There's a little bit of a delay in that pass. I swear in this game, whenever you're near the freaking line, the game auto has you go out of bounds. There's no reason for us to go out of bounds right there. None. There's not an inch of a reason for us to go out of bounds. But I'm telling you, this game forces you to go out of bounds when you're freaking line. On. One side, Gabby. Good run. Just need a little bit more speed on that. Oh, that touch is so freaking stupid, dude. Like, she leans away, like she leans into the defender with that touch instead of freaking on. This game makes your like the passes seem way more complicated than they need to be. They call outside. Sounds a good freaking pass. Also just a good idea, but the game doesn't reward you for good play. It rewards you being a rat. So hoping that Gabi would make that run that Paul would just made. Like, I hit the button to send her on a freaking run, but again, you can't see who you're sending on a freaking run. The game just sends you on a freaking run. You know, on defense, the game shows you who you're gonna freaking be like switching to when you do a switch, but on attack, it doesn't show you who you're gonna be passing to when you're gonna freaking do a pass. I didn't even know, you know, if that's who's gonna be on a run. Sorry, I'm trying to like lock in right there. Nice one, Gabi. That time it worked. The exact same play. I wanted to send her on a run, so I double tapped. Hope she made the freaking run, and I hope that passing can just get to her. I'm gonna go to Hal with that pass. Hitting A to pass. Another goal for Gabi. Assist for Hal. Come on, I'm trying to like turn, like I'm literally holding freaking technical spin right there. I'm trying to turn into the freaking that right side. Just doesn't freaking give me that freaking option. Nice somehow. I was just trying to freaking what you call that situation. I just couldn't. There we go. Let's go over Hal. 6 for volley. Nice somehow. Oh, the ball movement is so lovely. So lovely. You get out. Nice volley. Oh, nice pass from Hogwell. Goal for freaking Gabi. One says a finesse shot out. That's the first finesse I took with her today. After some games of rivals, the ladies have played pretty well. I'm actually kind of surprised at how well Hal played. To be honest with you, when I saw Hal's stats initially, I was like, you know, her defense isn't really high enough to be a DM, but also her passing isn't really high enough to be a CM. You know, her pace is pretty low, her shooting's pretty low. Like, just visually, like at the first glance, the stats just did not look like ideal when it came to Hal. But in game, she's so good. She is so good in game. She's good in game. She's fun in game. She does everything that you want her to do. The intercept kicks in quite a bit. Sometimes you can feel the fact that she lacks pace, but then sometimes she feels actually pretty quick in game. So I feel like the quickness that you feel is the agility, but then like sometimes, you know, the lack of acceleration definitely is like very, very noticeable. But she's generally a very, very good card. And, you know, if the Spirit win, she gets a +2. So, you know, you're looking at potentially 82 pace, 82 freaking passing, 84 dribbling, 84 defending. This card starts to look very, very good. Like, it looks decent right now, but it starts to look like a very, very good center, not center back, freaking DM. When you start thinking about those +2s, I kind of wish they would get playstyles as well, but they don't get playstyles for the showdowns right now. Probably will later in the year. But it'd be nice to see her get like an anticipate, because I feel like if there's anything that I noticed that she's missing, it's the tiki taka and anticipate. But she's very, very good though. Like, I really enjoy using this card. Then for Gabi, she kind of had a slow start. First game, she didn't really do much, but then start to see her, you know, start to do things a little bit more. More so, she was involved in the build up than actually scoring. They both got 3 goals and 1 assist, like, which is ironic. My DM and my freaking like left wing, we're doing a review of, both have the exact number of goal contributions at, you know, 3 goals and an assist. You know, but for the most part though, I feel like the better card was definitely freaking Hal, because she was more noticeable. She was more involved in like a lot of what's going on. But that's because we play on inside forward attack. So, you know, Hal has a better chance of being noticeable in defense, whereas Gabi doesn't. She's strictly be someone who you're going to see in attack, and she's good. Her finesse shot flies very, very well. We smacked one of the games we played. Her dribbling's pretty solid. She does feel, you know, quick enough on the ball. Not anything crazy, nothing special, but she does feel quick enough on the ball. And say this right now, there's an Evo coming out where the max is at 89 pace. If she doesn't get the win this weekend, she might look very, very good at Evo. You know, assuming that, you know, it allows the other stats, but we know that the league Evo is 89 max pace when it comes to like requirements. So she could look very, very good in the Evo. Both of them could. Like, that's the thing about these early game Evo, the showdowns. Early game showdowns are going to look insane in Evos, whereas like later in the year with showdowns, it gets harder to get them into Evos because, you know, they're higher rated. So, you know, and they also have like way more like stats and stuff. But early game, 85 rated with, you know, all these lower like stats, you're going to go very, very good at Evos, no matter who freaking wins or loses. But they're both good cards. You build a Brazil team, I do recommend freaking getting Gabi done, because she's very good in game. She's very smooth. Build an American team, get Hal done. She's very good as well. Can't go wrong with either of them. You're definitely going to see more Hal though when it comes to like, who am I more likely to like use going forward? You're going to see more of Hal. You're going to put her on, like, because Seeger's getting an upgrade soon. So, you know, we'll probably start seeing Seeger back in the lineup when the upgrades come out next week. But, you know, as like a backup, you know, Hal could end up being the backup to like Busquets, where Flint becomes backup to Seeger, because we'll probably start Seeger. And Seeger, I hope they give her box crasher with the upgrade. If they don't, then, you know, that kind of sucks. But Flint has box crasher plus, so it should be a good backup to Seeger. So we'll probably start seeing Seeger and Busquets in the back line. Not back line, but like as our DMs. And then Hal will be a backup for Busquets, because she seems like she's more, even though she's doing very good as a box crasher, she is more, you know, statted and played and formed for being that, you know, holding midfielder or deep line playmaker midfielder. So we'll see what happens with her going forward. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one. Big boys and Archer. See you guys. My here. Deuces.